up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a brand new pick a card reading, and this one is all about a message that the universe has been trying to send to you. So I'm really excited to get into this video because we're gonna get some powerful messages today. If this video popped up for you, if you felt called to click on it, if it somehow found you in some way, shape, or form, it is because the universe has been trying to send you a message, and you are gonna find out what that is in today's video. The way that this works is I use my intuition to ask spirit and angels and guides of 100% pure white light to bring information for your highest good at this time using the tarot cards and the oracle cards. And you're going to use your intuition to choose one of these four groups. Your intuition is an energetic force, and it knows exactly which group is going to hold the relevant information for you based on which one you're the most drawn to. Whenever you're drawn to one of these piles, or whenever you're drawn to something, it's because there's something within there that resonates with your energy. That's why you're drawn to it. So that is how your intuition works. That's why these videos are so dang accurate, is because your intuition is powerful. And you have that internal sixth sense. So everyone has it, you have it too. And the way that you tap into your intuition is perhaps visually, perhaps you're drawn to one of these piles. Maybe one of them sticks out to you amongst the rest. Maybe one of them you just have some unexplainable magnetic pull towards it. Another way that you can tap into your intuition, if visually looking at the groups is not working for you, is you can use your hand to go over each of the piles and to feel the energy that you feel within that pile. And as you hold your hand over it, perhaps you're going to feel a magnetic pull towards one of them. Maybe one of them is just going to stand out amongst the rest. Maybe you're going to get a hot or cold sensation. That's basically all the ways that your intuition can speak to you, is it's just going to feel different. You're going to feel a pull towards it, or it's going to stand out to you. So those are the methods that you can use to tap into your intuition. I know some of you also like to see a close-up of the crystals in order to feel if you are drawn to one of them energetically as you see a close-up of the crystal. So for those of you that enjoy using your intuition that way, over here on group number 1, we have this beautiful angel aura quartz crystal. So if you're drawn to the angel aura quartz or to group number 1, then that's going to be your pile, all about that message that the universe has been trying to send you. Group number 2, we have this beautiful flower agate crystal. Group number 3, we have this beautiful piece of amethyst. And then group number 4, we have this beautiful opalite crystal. So again, by using your intuition, you're going to take as much time as you need, even pause the video if you would like, to find out which group you are the most called towards. And that's going to reveal the message that the universe has been trying to send you. And maybe this is going to be something that perhaps you've been sort of feeling underlying, like as you hear this message, but we'll see what comes through. We're going to get as much information as possible as always. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, my group 1s, the message that the universe has been trying to send you, immediately we have some cards that just flipped right over. So we have the moon star passion. I am entering a portal of euphoric love. So first off, with passion showing up, the universe is asking you to begin acting upon your passion. Instead of acting on anything else, or feeling like, feeling like life is dull, or feeling like life is hard sometimes, the universe has been sending you a message to act on your passions. Do not repress your passions. Don't feel like you're unworthy of going into your passions, or maybe, sometimes we can get caught up in too many responsibilities or too much of the seriousness of life that we leave behind our passion. We don't really realize how important our passion is, and the universe really wants you to start acting upon your passion and realizing that that is an essential aspect of life. And in fact, it is just as important as responsibilities and all those other things. So finding that balance where you can really bring out your passion, make time for the things that you're passionate about, really make time for passion in your life. If you don't know what you're passionate about, it's time to start exploring new things till you find that passion, because that's one thing that the universe is saying is going to reinvigorate who you really are. And your passion, like when you live a passionate life, that's where life becomes like so fulfilling. And your soul came here to have a fulfilling life. Let me just tell you, your soul did not come here to work, to pay bills. Like, of course, that's part of life. And that's part of just the structure of kind of the society we live in right now, which is totally cool and totally fine. And it makes things work out in fun, different ways. But at the same time, it's not meant to drain you of passion. Your soul also came here to live a passionate life, okay? So it's time to give yourself permission to follow your passions, to start living your passions and not ignoring your passions or repressing your passions, okay? We also have the Circle card coming up. Sisterhood enriches my life. Okay. And it's specifically talking about sisterhood, which is interesting. So this could be talking about, for those of you who do have a sister, maybe it's time to start connecting with that sister more. Maybe it's time to start bringing about more love. This could also talk about your friend group. Okay. So who are you surrounding yourself by? When whoever we surround ourselves by most, we become most like. So if we're surrounded by people who are complaining all the time, we're going to notice that we actually start getting more complainy. But if we're surrounded by people that, they just help us evoke our passions, they help us evoke our fun, making time to have fun with the people that you love so much, for some of you, this could be a message to really evaluate the people that you hang around with most and start to evaluate whether they make you feel good or whether they make you feel bad. And to surround yourself with people that uplift you, people that you feel comfortable around, people that you can actually speak your mind to, right? Rather than people that we feel like we have to suppress our words, we have to walk on eggshells, things like that. Maybe it's time to really open up more. And again, for those of you that have a sister, perhaps it's time to reach out to that sister, maybe create even forgiveness or more love or more expression, or be around that person that we love so much. We also have the medicine woman of heal. Okay, another universal message that's meant to find you right now is healing. I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and soul. So this is healing within, but this could also talk about healing within your circle of friends, your family circle, creating more passion, creating more healing in your life. But this is also healing on an internal self level. So self-love is so healing, focusing on what you nourish your mind, body, and soul with. So are we nourishing ourselves with good food? Are we nourishing ourselves with good exercise? Are we nourishing our soul with things that enlighten our soul, that help our soul feel expansive, help our soul feel like it's living in alignment with who you are and who you came here to be? And also, what do you nourish your mind with? Okay, are we endlessly scrolling? Is there a book that we've always wanted to read that we know is going to be so good for us to read, but we keep putting it off because we keep getting caught up in our old regular habits? Like, what are those things, right? The medicine woman, it's time to heal. It's time to focus on the medicine of nourishment and nurture and all of that. Okay, the Empress of the Night finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. Ooh, finale. Okay, the finale is almost here. If you have been going through anything that was like difficult or hard, the universe has also been wanting to send you a message that you're right close to the end. You're not going to have to deal with this forever. You're right close to the precipice, the pinnacle, the end, the finale. And then after the storm, you're going to emerge a shiny new star. You'll have learned so many new things, and you'll emerge as a brand new you, because you're going to learn so much from what it is that you're going through, and it's going to help you expand. And these two women look so much the same, right? And I feel like you're about to live life so much more passionately. You're about to go through a huge transformation within yourself, and your priorities are about to change, because I feel like you're going to prioritize what the things that nourish your soul, the things that nourish your mind, your body. You're going to start prioritizing those things that feel good. And I feel like you're going to set more proper boundaries, right? Keeping your circle more tight-knit. Like, who am I allowing into my energetic circle? Who am I allowing into my mind, my body, my soul? Who am I connecting with on such a deep level? Perhaps you're going to create more boundaries with that to help you be more in balance, right? I'm not talking about walls. I'm not talking about creating walls. Creating walls is negative and it holds us back. But creating boundaries is positive, right? Creating walls is when we're like, oh, I'm so scared of getting hurt and I'm just gonna, you know, shut myself down, shut myself off. I'm not talking about shutting yourself off or shutting yourself down. I'm talking about creating boundaries where you're like, I am only going to allow people in my life that respect me, but the people that do, I'm going to be so open with. In fact, I'm going to be open with everybody, but if you're not nice to me or if you don't resonate with me, I'm going to be okay with shutting that down or spending more time away from you, right? That's a proper boundary. It's about being assertive and all of that. So I really feel like the universe is really calling you to create those changes in your life. And you've been feeling that too. I feel like you've been feeling that within your own body, within your own mind. There's some cards here that just fell on the ground. So we have the Ten of Cups. Ooh, I love this card. And we also have the card that was behind it was the Devil. So we're going to go like this because technically this one should be first since it came out first. We have the Devil and the Ten of Cups. So the Devil is things that have made us feel oppressed or repressed, addictions that we've had that we know aren't good for us, aspects of ourselves that we've felt uncomfortable to unhinge or unchain. So it's kind of like when we have a lot to say, but we don't feel like we can say it because we felt chained up or we're scared to say it again. We feel oppressed for some reason. And it could be within our own mind because we fear conflict or we fear confrontation, things like that. Those are all correlated to the Devil card. When we feel oppressed or we feel stuck on something or we feel addicted to something, we feel like we can't leave it because just for some reason, it pops back up. We decide to pick up the habit again. We decide to go back into the toxic situation. We decide to do the thing that we keep telling ourselves we're not going to do. So the universe also has a message for you to leave behind those things that we're not supposed to be doing. We know we're not supposed to be doing, but we keep doing them anyway. Or we keep holding ourselves back from our authenticity. We keep holding ourselves back from our truth. But right as you liberate yourself, right as you kind of step into this medicine woman energy, which I already feel like you have the calling, you've already had this calling, okay? I nurture and nourish my mind, my body, and my soul, and I'm more conscious of my choices. I'm more conscious of what I consume. I'm more conscious of the words that I say. I'm more conscious of my boundaries. I'm more conscious of the things that I feel called to, and I honor them, right? Stepping more into that. And also the medicine woman, if any of you have been wanting to heal from something, if you've been having body aches and pains, health issues, things like this, I really feel like you are finding your circle, and perhaps you're going to get some information, some wisdom from other people's experiences, people who've gone through similar things, and you're going to be finding out information that's going to help you heal. It's going to help you find what your medicine is meant to be. Then we also have Ten of Cups here. So your aftermath, the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards in all of tarot. Truly, it's like one of the best cards in all of tarot. It's like when things become so happy, when things start growing, especially if we went through a period of rain and cloud and all of that. The Ten of Cups, there's a rainbow on the original depiction of the Ten of Cups, and the rainbow symbolizes the fact that it just rained, the fact that it was just a storm. We just went through a storm, but the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards in the tarot. But it's talking about how the growth and the bloom and the blossoming and the abundance and the growth and the reaping the rewards of all your hard work comes from after the storm. And it's so interesting because we have finale. After the storm, I emerge as a shiny new star. We have two cards that are talking about going through a storm, going through kind of like a period where things were a little bit chaotic or things were unsure or unknown or clouded or sad or raining or frustrating or all those types of things. However, after the storm, that's when the water goes down into the earth and waters the seeds. Then the growth happens, then the blossoming, the blooming, then we get to reap the rewards of all those seeds that we planted. So those intentions that you've been planting, those intentions when you've been telling the universe, I want to feel good, I want health, I want new friendships, I want abundance, I want healing, I want to feel good, I want to step into the highest, greatest, best version of myself, I want to create a life that I love, I want to find my passion, I want to step into all of that. All of those desires that you've been asking for, those are the little seeds in the ground. And the water, the storm that you've been going through is actually leading you to the growth and the sprouting of those seeds. So the rain that's been going on, the Ten of Cups talks about how the rain that's been going on is watering those seeds, and you're going to be able to reap the rewards after, because after the storm, you're going to emerge as a shiny new star. You're going to be so much greater. The growth that you'll have gone through is beautiful. It's amazing. But Spirit is also saying it's time to face the storm, because the only way that you're going to water your seeds is to face and go through the storm. That's how you water your seeds, is to go through the storm, not avoid the storm. The more that we avoid the storm, we're not allowing the rain to come and nourish the seeds that we've watered. Okay, so for some reason I keep getting called to talk about like people in your life. I don't know why. Perhaps, and this could correlate, you could correlate this to anything. So even if this particular example that I use doesn't quite make sense, you can use the metaphor and apply it to anything in your life, okay? So let's say that you keep avoiding a confrontation because you're scared of the confrontation, but you have so much on your mind to say and it keeps eating away at you inside. That's avoiding the storm. You're avoiding the conflict. You're avoiding the conversation. You're avoiding the thing that you know that you need to do. However, the storm, right? Those seeds are like, I want good friendships. I want balance. I want healing. I want this. I want that. The only way to get it is to go through that uncomfortable situation, to face that storm, because then your seeds, those desires that you've been saying that you want, that's the time where they get watered by that storm. That's when you go through the learning. That's when you go through the growth. That's when you're like, you know what? Maybe that wasn't as bad as I thought. Or maybe that confrontation is now allowing me to be free. I'm getting something off my chest. I won't have to face it anymore. It's finally out in the open. And now healing can begin. Now healing can occur because it's not something that's just being repressed and being repressed and being repressed and being put on the back burner. It's something where it's like, okay, I'm going to have this conversation. It might be difficult, but I'm going to push through. Those seeds are getting watered. They're going to grow. And guess what happens when seeds are watered and they start to grow? They start to bloom. They start to blossom. Then the fruit comes. So it's kind of like the tree that blooms the apples, that now you get to eat the apples, and you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I just do that sooner, knowing it would have brought me here? Okay, so the aftermath, the universe is saying that once you face the storm, the aftermath is going to be beautiful, and you're going to be so thankful that you did it. You're going to be so thankful that you did it in the end, because of the growth that it's going to bring you, because of the change, because the abundance it's going to bring you. And then we have the Three of Wands. Progress will be made. Progress will be made. So the Three of Wands is when we're on a new adventure. There's new horizons. There's new opportunities that open up from facing this storm. There's going to be new, broader horizons that open up for you. This is going to be one of the best decisions that you ever make in your life. You're going to feel so thankful that you did it. And yeah, whew. And look at her. She's kind of like basking in the water, and she's comfortable being in the water. I feel like you're no longer going to have discomfort around these same storms or these same situations anymore. You're no longer going to have discomfort, because look at her. She's in the water and she's all good. She's like, oh, I like being here. This is fine. I'm no longer uncomfortable in this situation. So let's go ahead and see what else we get here for you. I apologize, my microphone probably picked up that loud motorcycle driving across the street just now. Okay, we have the Enchanter, Magnetize. So you're going to become more magnetic, and always, the more polarizing you are, the more magnetic you are, which is quite interesting. So when we be ourselves, when we're authentic to ourselves, even though it might be polarizing for other people, it might create uncomfortable situations, we actually become more magnetic, because what are magnets anyway? They're polar opposites. You'll become more magnetic to the things that resonate with you, because you're more in alignment with the things that resonate with you when you're more authentic. When you're more authentic to who you are, even if it's polarizing to other people, you become more magnetic to your desires in the process, because you're honoring your authenticity. And yeah, it's becoming more polarizing. Other people might disagree with it. Other people might not like your path, or it might cause polarization in your life, right? Like, it might cause changes, but those changes are going to be in alignment with your desires, because you're going into that polar new direction, that polar opposite direction. You're pulling your energy to a new pole rather than just staying in the middle. When you stay in the middle, it's kind of hard to reach your desires. But when you go to what you want, and I'm not saying, okay, yes, I'm talking about polar opposites, but there is also a balance when it comes to polar opposites, because we don't need to go full swing and be disrespectful or be like, I'm sure you pick up what I'm saying. I'm talking about honoring your authenticity, but doing so in a compassionate way, doing so in an understanding way, but doing so in a way that also honors who you are, okay? Magic maker, captivate, touch, tantalize, sense. This is how you're stepping into making the magic of your life. This is you stepping into your magic maker essence, where everything that you desire to manifest is going to start flowing through. And then we have priestess, begin. This is a new chapter where you step into your power. She's the powerful one. Look at how powerful she is. Even red symbolizes inner strength and inner power. So you're going to start a whole new beginning as you follow your passions, as you face the storm that you're currently sort of up against, as you go through that storm that maybe we've been avoiding, as you unchain yourself from those old things. Ooh, my goodness. New energies is going to flow in. So let's end us off with some Astro Dice and also one of these cards. So we have Mercury in Gemini, time to communicate in the 5th house. There's something that you need to communicate. And this is also honoring your authentic voice. That's what's coming through. Honoring your authentic voice. I also feel like this card wants to come up. If it's coming up, let it go. If it's coming up, let it go. If there's something that keeps coming up, it's time to follow it. It's time to honor it. And then we also have the card of, are you projecting? Are you projecting in this situation? Are you projecting fear into your future by saying, oh, I've tried to be confrontational before, it didn't work out for me in the past. Are you projecting a future fear or an old belief into your future? Because it doesn't have to be that way. Your future can be entirely new situations, and it likely will be, but it's about approaching it in a new way. And then, yeah, there's something that wants to be communicated, and also communicating your passion, communicating who you truly are. The 5th house is about your true passionate essence, your creativity, allowing your creativity to shine and using your voice to allow that creativity to come out. So the universe really wants you to use your voice, wants you to say yes, follow the things that are passionate for you, okay? Even if there's a little bit of fear there, are you passionate about it? Do you want that direction? Even if there's a little bit of fear, maybe it's worth going through it. Okay, that is what the universe wanted to tell you today. My group number ones, thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number twos, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about that message that the universe has for you. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, my group twos, let's see the message that the universe has for you. So our first card that we have for you is Transcendent Clouds. There are codes within the clouds. Ooh, Transcendent Clouds. Clouds are part of the air kind of signs in the symbolic, I'm talking symbology right now, symbology. Transcendent Clouds. The universe wants you to think outside the box. It's time to think outside the box. There's codes within the clouds. There's codes within letting your mind wander. And the music that's coming up, I wonder if there's been lyrics that have been stuck in your head lately, because those lyrics that keep getting stuck in your head, or words that keep getting stuck in your head, sayings or memories that keep getting stuck in your head, there's a message for you there. And the universe is saying that there's a message for you that's trying to tell you something. So if you keep getting words in your head that are like, you know, keep repeating, what are they saying and how does that apply to your life right now? So pay attention to those words that come in, and also allow your mind to wander. Allow your mind to think about things that perhaps you would never let yourself think about before. Transcendent Clouds, allow your mind to go beyond. Allow your mind to think about things that you've never considered before. We also have Songs of Serenity, so songs coming up. Okay, so music, okay, music is coming through. What song has been getting stuck in your head? What song have you been drawn to lately? What song can you not stop listening to? Listen to the lyrics. Why can't you stop listening to that song? Why are you so drawn to it? I sing the songs of truth and love. Okay? What message is within that song that you can't get out of your head? And I also felt like taking this card out. So we have Archangel Ariel. Nature is my guide. Pay attention. Nature moves in funny ways. Nature always has messages. It's sending messages. Nature has a funny way of synchronicities just being able to pop into your life just out of the blue. And I feel like that's been happening to you. There has been signs popping up in your life in the form of words, in the form of lyrics, in the form of numbers randomly popping up. If you've been seeing angel numbers, listen to that. When you go out in nature, perhaps thoughts come to you, old memories come to you. What are they kind of saying? Like what is the message there? Is it a message? By the way, this card just fell out at me when I was shuffling off camera. So we're just going to take it. You'll just have to believe me that that fell out. Knight of Wands being reversed. Okay. The universe is asking you to slow down, to stop moving so quickly, because the universe has a message for you. I got goosebumps. The star being reversed coming up. Have you been losing your faith that the universe is listening to you? That the universe hears you? That the universe is guiding you? That God is with you? God, the universe, higher intelligence, source energy, whatever you want to call it. Have you been losing your faith in that higher power and starting to think like, am I really being guided anymore? Is there somebody out there who's really hearing me? Are my prayers being answered? Oh, my love. Group number 2, yes, they are. Yes, they are. But it's so hard to hear the message when we are clouded with doubt, when we are clouded with doubt, when we maybe don't even believe in ourselves. The universe has a message for you. It is time to believe in yourself. You are a shining star. You are a shining beacon of star, but perhaps we've lost faith in ourselves. Maybe we were told not to have faith in ourselves. Maybe something broke down our faith in ourselves. Oh my gosh, the universe wants to pick you back up and say, it is time to believe in yourself, because the Knight of Wands being reversed is also when we feel stuck. When we either feel a lack of energy, a lack of motivation, a lack of spark, a lack of faith, because the wands are also connected to spirituality and our spiritual faith and our spiritual belief. And a lot of the times we don't feel like we can move forward, and we're filled with doubt, or we're filled with this kind of energy that makes us feel stuck because we don't know where to go. And because maybe we're having a hard time decoding those signs. So let me decode Spirit's messages for you. And I mean, that's the point of today's video, is it not? The universe wants you to believe in yourself. The universe also says it's time to believe in that higher faith again, but also in understanding that, okay, God is not separate from you. You're not separate from God or from the universe or from source. You are God experiencing life through a human body. You're also a human body and a soul that is part of God, experiencing God through you and through your experience of life. You're never separate. There's never something that you need to do to get closer to God or to source or to any. You are that. You already are. You are that higher power, right? God is all of us. God made us, right? And we have a piece of Him in us, which means we are all of Him or her, or again, you, the universe, source energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever words you want to use for it. You are that. You have all of that same power within you to create a life that you absolutely love, to create anything. If you've been filled with doubt because maybe certain things haven't been happening in your life, maybe you've been trying to do something and you just keep getting met with resistance. Oh, the angels are right near you. I got goosebumps when I said that. The angels are they're right next to you. They are right next to you. The most beautiful angels of guidance, of love. They're right next to you. They are cheering you on. They are saying that, yes, you are capable of it. This all comes back down to self-belief, believing in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you're already believing in God. Because again, you are part of that. You're absolutely part of that. So right now, as you believe more in God, you'll believe more in yourself. As you believe more in yourself, you believe more in God. And both of those are what it takes to create, right? We also have Two of Swords. Even though you can't see certain things, progress is being made. Even if you haven't seen the progress in your life yet, even if it's hard to see those signs sometimes, oh my gosh, the universe is right next to you. Let's see what else we get here for you. Group number 2s. Let's see what else we get here. Okay, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness. Your success, the fact that the 6 of Wands is even showing up, your success, you're already so capable of it. It is already there. Whatever you've been wanting, if you've been wanting a happy life, if you've been wanting ease, if you've been wanting certain things, you're so capable of it. But right now, the universe actually wants you to know that you're the one standing in your own way. And you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I get out of my own way? This has been really difficult. And I don't want this message to be frustrating. The 5 of Wands shows me that there's been some frustration here. This message is not meant to be frustrating. It's not meant to be speaking in tongues or anything like that. We're going to clear it up so that you feel inspired, so that you feel magical, you feel back into your whole, full, embodied, magical, powerful self, okay? Because you are so capable of achieving all that you desire, all that you want. Let's get rid of your resistance, okay? I'm going to ask Spirit, I'm going to ask the universe to bring some information through that can help you release your resistance. Right now, Spirit wants you to take a breath, breathing in, and then exhale. Spirit wants you to stop thinking about your past. Stop thinking about what has happened so far. Because that was the old you. That was the old you that maybe had resistance, maybe had a hard time believing in yourself. That was the old story. We're going to rewrite your story. The universe is saying it's time to rewrite your story. And when you rewrite your story, you rewrite what's happening to you. If you are into the law of attraction, if you're into manifestation, you already know this language. But what I'm hearing is it's time to write yourself a new song. Pay attention to the songs that you listen to, okay? I know I'm speaking fast, but when I channel, sometimes messages come through really fast. Pay attention to the songs that you listen to. Are they uplifting or are they down? Do they bring you down into sadness, and you might connect with those songs right now. They might be really catchy because you resonate with them. But Spirit is saying, okay, start listening to songs that really uplift you. Start listening to songs that make you happy. What are those lyrics? What are the lyrics that you're putting into your head? Because the words that you put into your head are equal to the thoughts that you think, which are equal to the actions that you end up taking, the choices that you end up making, the emotions that you regularly feel, which influences everything that then comes back to you. All of who you are and all of who you put into the world equals the results that you get back from the world. So let's start changing your story. Let's start changing it for one easy way to do that. Listen to songs that really uplift you, that motivate you, that give you the best energy, that put you into your power, okay? And then we're also going to rewrite your story right now, okay? Instead of saying that bad things happen to me or that I don't see signs, I'm not in alignment, things aren't going my way, whatever the current story is, because I'm seeing frustration and resistance, okay? Spirit is saying, tell yourself, you know what? Good things happen to me. Good things happen to me all the time. And Spirit wants you to look for examples in your life where good things have happened to you, where you've wanted something and you did get it. Okay? Look back at that time. It did already happen. You can tap back into that same timeline and you can tap back into that same energy. Start telling yourself the story of, wow, good things really do happen to me. And I'm back on that frequency now. I'm back on it now. Even if you don't believe it right away. I know sometimes when you start telling yourself a new story, sometimes it can be like, well, I don't quite believe that yet. Continue telling yourself that new story, because the story that you tell yourself is the story that you're writing your life with. It's the energy that you're writing your life with. And the 6 of Wands, it's so interesting. It came up for you. This is the card of success. And it's interesting because it comes right after the 5 of Wands, which is the card of frustration. It's the card of a little bit of chaos, resistance. You're about to reach your success. You are about to reach your success. It's right around the corner. But it's the doubt or it's the resistance that's kind of keeping it at bay right now, but it's right here. It showed up anyway. The 6 of Wands, even if it's reversed, it showed up anyway. And it has the potential to be upright where you achieve that highest timeline, where all of a sudden you're that lucky girl, that lucky guy who just gets everything that they want. How do they do that? How did that happen? Well, it's because their frequency. That's just what naturally happens to them. That is you. So let's start telling yourself that story. I'm successful. Great things come to me. Opportunities come to me. I get what I want. And continue telling yourself that story regardless of your current circumstances, because manifestation takes a little bit of time. Okay, so you're building up the momentum in a new direction now. You're building up the momentum because you're so powerful. Let's not forget that. You're a freaking powerful being. So what is it that you want? You get everything you want, remember? You're that new person. You get everything that you want, and it's easy. You deserve the wealth, the abundance, the love that you desire. And it comes your way so easily. When you ask for it, it comes your way, okay? That's your new story. That's your new story. Look at the lamp here. Look at the lamp. When you rub the lamp, you get a wish. The universe is asking you, what do you want? Let's wish for it. And okay, for those of you that listen to that and you're like, I don't want to ask for it again because it just never comes. Getting rid of that story. We're getting rid of that story. If any of you are like, but I doubt I'm still worth it because look what happened in my past. No. That's the old story coming back. That's not your story anymore. That's your old story, okay? Your new story, everything goes your way. Everything goes your way. You get what you want. It's easy for you. You absolutely deserve it. Good things happen to you. Okay, what's your wish? The universe wants you to make that new wish, but the universe wants you to make that wish as if you already know it's going to happen for you. How would you wish for it if you already knew you had that full connection, that full faith in the universe, in God? How would you ask for it if you knew God was listening to you? You knew the universe was listening to you, because it absolutely is. It's right here, right now. It's always with you. And if you knew that it was going to show up, that your dream was going to show up, if you knew it, how would you ask for it? Because that is the way that the universe wants you to ask for it right now. And to say, you know what? This is what I'm claiming in my life now. This is what I'm claiming. I'm claiming this. And I'm open to the universe, to Archangel Ariel, guiding me to that outcome. Maybe I don't know how it's going to show up, and I don't need to know how. That's up to the universe. That's up to God. I just need to tell God what I want, and I'm going to be divinely guided. I'm going to be divinely guided there. Oh, and trust me, you will. Trust me, you will. Like, let's see what else the cards have to say for you, okay? We're going to end on these cards, also some oracle cards and some astro dice. Let's see. The alchemist, change, refract, infuse, transmute. You're on a transmuting journey, alchemizing bad situations into the best thing you've ever experienced in your life. You're going to be the alchemist of your life, taking what you currently have and turning it into absolute gold. Turning it into absolute gold. You're on a shift right now where you're also going to be changing yourself, your self-identity. Maybe if you didn't see yourself as worthy or you didn't see yourself as enough, you just felt like this clump of lead, right? When we think about alchemy, it's like turning lead into gold. If you think about yourself as like just that clump of lead, you're like, ugh. You're on that alchemizing journey right now of turning yourself into gold. And the spirit and the universe wants you to know right now, you're already the gold. You're already the gold. It's just about you seeing yourself that way. It's about you claiming that within yourself, in your self-identity, in your self-image. Okay? It's time to transmute those old thoughts and those old experiences. Spirit also wants you to look at your old experiences and ask, how can this actually help you in your future? For the thing that you desire, if you want love, but let's say love hasn't worked out for you in the past, how can you look at your past and see that your past is actually helping you get to your desire? How can you reframe that? Because that's when you alchemize your past and you start shifting your energy, and then you can extract the value. So how can we look at our past and be like, you know what? Because of my past, I'm actually closer to my desire than ever, and my desire is inevitable because of what I've experienced in my past. Answer that question. And then you're going to be on a whole new alchemized journey. How has my past made it clear to me, made it obvious to me that my desire is inevitable and will happen and is going to happen? Answer that question. The more you contemplate it, the answer is there. And I promise you, even if you're thinking like, oh, I can't find the answer is there. Keep asking yourself the question. The answer is there. I'm getting passionate in today's reading. So anyway, sometimes Spirit wants to speak passionately. Our astro dice, we have the moon in Virgo in the 8th house. The 8th house, the house of transformation. It's also the house of depth, the house of shared assets. The universe is actually coming through right now saying that the universe is right with you. The universe is right with you. And I feel like there's unseen abundance that's going to come through. You don't even see how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. The moon being in Virgo, healing. Virgo is a sign of healing. Virgo is like the ancient healer. This is healing you emotionally, mentally, internally, on depths that are so deep within. There's going to be so much healing and more abundance and more structure and more ease and more solidity and more surety coming through and more divine spiritual connection. And let's see, any last message for my group 2s? Oh my goodness, look at this. I know I will never miss what is meant for me. Boom, boom, boom. I know I will never miss what is meant for me. You will never miss what is meant for you. And if you have a desire for something, it's because it's meant for you. You would never be given a desire if it was not possible and if it was not meant for you to go in that direction and find it and realize it and live it and experience it. God, the universe, would never give you a desire. Your soul would never even perceive of a desire if it was not meant for you. Okay, so that is what we have here for today's video. Thank you so much, my group number 2s, for joining me here today. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 2s, if you chose, or 3s, these are the 3s. My group 3s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about the message that the universe has been trying to send to you. And let's go ahead and dive right into it. I am stuttering. Let's go into it. All right, my group 3s, let's see what we get for you. Ooh, there's a hair on this table. Oh my goodness, I need to wipe this down. We have organization coming through. The message from the universe says that it is time to focus on creating organization in your life, because when you create organization in your life, things become so much easier. Perhaps if you've been struggling, if you've been feeling that there's chaos in your life lately, it's like chaotic schedule, or I have this, I can't catch up on this because that's going, blah, blah, all the things. The universe wants you to take some time to organize your schedule, your routine, the clutter that might be in your home that's building up. Let's create organization, because your mind will become so much more clear. You'll become so much more clear on how much time you have, how much money you have, how much energy you have, how many things that you have. And when we're clear on that, it's so much easier to live in more harmony, right? Rather than when we don't know exactly how much money we have coming in versus how much we have going out, because we haven't tallied up all of our stuff. Sometimes things can get chaotic and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling in that area. Well, maybe if we add clarity, it's going to help clear those things. Okay, so maybe you've been feeling called to do that. Or maybe you've been feeling called to do that within your schedule because maybe things keep overlapping, or it feels like we never have enough time for certain things. What are your priorities? What are your priorities when it comes to your time and where you want to spend your time? And then how can we allocate enough time for each of those things in a day? Map out 24 hours in a day and start mapping out your priorities, how long it takes, and let's put together that organized schedule. And that's going to help clear up some things. It's going to help create more organization. Maybe if you've been feeling like you have a lot of clutter, maybe you've been feeling like doing a declutter, and the universe is like, hell yeah, do that. Because also when we declutter our mind, our energy, our physical life, and our physical belongings, when we do a declutter, we actually make room for new things to come into our life. We make room for the flow of the new. So if our mind is super cluttered, but we're trying to think about new ideas, or we're trying to figure out this new thing, sometimes we need to declutter our mind, because that makes space, that makes room for the flow of new energy, new ideas to come in. When we organize our home, sometimes that will, for one, your physical world is a representation of your energetic world. So when we organize our home, it also organizes our energy at the same time. And also when we organize our home, it can make room for energy to flow. We feel in flow, we feel in balance. So the universe is really calling for organization within mind, body, soul, spirit, all of that. Finding out what your priorities are, kind of making time for certain things, especially if you've been feeling jumbled up with your time or with your energy and all of that. We also have new beginnings coming through. I feel like once you organize things, there's going to be a whole brand new energy that comes through. And also, Spirit wants you to make time for your transformation. Maybe there's something that you want to do. Maybe there's something you want to change in your life. Maybe there's a new beginning that you want to have. And maybe it's time to go and take time to sit back for a while, to kind of go into your cocoon stage, to make some time for that cocoon, to make some time for you to grow into the butterfly that you feel like transforming into right now, and then allow that blossoming to happen. Master number 44 is showing up, and 44, by the way, is connected to stability. It's connected to business, career, money, creating a stable foundation where we can grow higher, where we can expand more. If you've been wanting to expand your finances or your stability in general, or expand your career, or create more safety and security in your life, this is your sign that you're right on the track to doing that. But also it does take the willingness to organize and look at things and be honest about things and really start to just organize everything. Once you organize everything, you see where everything goes. You see where certain areas of your life might need more attention, or where other things can be taken away, and all of that. And so the universe is really calling you to do that, because the universe is saying that that's going to be one of the things that really creates a lot of healing for you. And let's go ahead and get some more cards on this reading. What else did the universe want you to know? What other messages has the universe been trying to bring to you? Let's see. Oh, that was a lot of cards. But let's take, I really feel like this one is the one that wants to come out right now. So let's see. We have the Empress being reversed. The Empress being reversed is when we're not feeling our abundance, or we're not noticing our abundance. Or it can even be when we have an idea that we're brewing, but we don't quite know how to bring it to fruition, or something that we're trying to birth into this world, something that we're trying to do, the new beginning that we're trying to manifest and step into. For some reason, there's resistance there, or we're not seeing the abundance to make it happen, or we don't feel like we have the resources to make it happen. But one of your signs from the universe is that you do have what it takes. But maybe we need to organize. We need to clear away the stress. And a lot of the times, a great way to clear away the stress is by organizing our mind, our clutter, just organizing it all. Sometimes that brings down the stress. And we also have judgment coming through. Another message from the universe is to let go of internal self-judgment, to come back to self-love, to come back to self-care, self-nourishment, to step more into your feminine energy. Ooh, I'm hearing that a message from the universe is to organize your life so that you have time to honor and nourish your feminine energy, because maybe your feminine energy has been out of balance. And all of us, no matter if you're male, female, whatever, we all have feminine energy. We all have a mix of divine masculine and divine feminine. All of us do. And they both represent different types of energies. But it seems like for you, perhaps the feminine energy has been out of balance. And the feminine energy is the energy of nourishment, relaxing, doing things not to be productive, not to create something, but just the energy of being creative in itself, not being creative in order to make money or make a business or do this or do that, but being creative solely just for the energy of like, this is making me happy. Let me paint something just because I want to paint it. Let me make a really good meal just because I want to nourish myself, right? That's the feminine energy. The feminine energy is soft. It's sensual. It's about beauty. Feeling the beauty that's around you, creating a beautiful environment that you're like, I just love to spend time here and relax here. This is so relaxing and nourishing to my soul. Perhaps there's a calling to reorganize your space for it to be that nourishing space. Maybe you feel called, maybe things have been chaotic, maybe we've been letting things get all blah, and it's been taking away from our energy. And perhaps when we put time into our environment, into ourselves, that's going to reinvigorate that feminine energy where you feel rejuvenated. And through that rejuvenation, there's going to be a brand new beginning for you, where we expand more, where we feel more expansive in our life, we feel more balanced, we feel whole, we feel complete, we feel in our feminine. And it's so interesting because when we have the balance of the feminine and the masculine, that's when the masculine can thrive too. Because if you think about, I'm going to use like a real world example, and I'm just using the archetypes of male and female here, but like back in the traditional sense, men were like the providers, right? But if you had a man that didn't have his divine feminine woman who was offering the nourishment, the comfort, the rejuvenation, the relaxation, and all of that, when you just had the man, he'd become all like aggressive and wild. And would he really be that abundant? Would he be able to create the abundance? No, because he doesn't have that divine feminine to nourish him, to bring him, you know, because the masculine is supposed to be the one that provides the money. He hunts for the food that the woman then cooks and is able to nourish him back. But if we're not balancing our feminine, if we're using our masculine, which is all about drive and let's make the most money we can, let's be super productive all the time, that's the masculine energy. But when it doesn't have the feminine of the rejuvenation, oh, that masculine gets out of balance, and he can't even achieve that abundance because he's getting burnt out. And any abundance he does achieve, it slips through his fingers because it's not being balanced by that divine feminine that then takes that and does something with it that can then nourish, right? So if you've been out of balance where I just need to be productive. I want to make more money. Let's do it through being overly productive. And then we get burnt out. Ooh, we slowly realize that leads to a lack of abundance. That leads to more scarcity, that leads to instability, because we need to have that feminine energy where we nourish ourselves, we nourish our soul, and we feel rejuvenated. And when we do, ooh, that balance, money actually becomes easy. Productivity becomes easy. All the things that we have to do and we have to get done become easy because we're rejuvenated. We are nourished. Oh, we have energy to give. Our cup is now full. The Empress is about filling the cup, feeling that self-love, feeling that self-appreciation. The woman is the one that's the nourisher, right? And again, I'm using those traditional archetypes to explain this because that's how you explain the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So I'm not using them in terms of like, you know, actual gender, but like the archetype, right? So then we also have Judgment here. So I feel like the universe is calling you for self-love. Self-love, self-nourishment, because that is going to be what allows you to bring in more abundance into your life. That's going to be what allows you to bring in that the energy of what you need. If you've been wanting to birth something into this world, to create something, to manifest an outcome, it comes through balancing the divine masculine with the divine feminine. And yeah, anyway, that was a whole tangent. We also have strength coming through. So through patience, through having that strength to make that time, and to tame that self that's maybe so overly driven and saying, I need to take a back seat, I need to nourish myself, I need to have comfort in my life too. That is so essential, and that's really coming through as a big essential aspect for your life right now. Having patience rather than rushing. Let's see, what else do we have for you? I feel like the universe is really saying it's time to relax. Time to, yes, organize, but also relax. We have Empath, so tapping into your intuition. I feel like your intuition's already been telling you this. You already know that you should be relaxing. You need time for that. And maybe you're like, but I don't have time for that. Well, that's where the organization really comes through. We also have Mystic and then the Seeker. Oh, I feel like you're actually really intuitive. Okay, my group number 3s, you're really intuitive. And it's time to nourish that, and to also begin trusting your intuition, trusting what your intuition's guiding you towards. The Seeker, expose, heed, appraise, face. What is it that you need to face? What are you seeking? If you're seeking that abundance, or if you're seeking a new beginning, one that's more stable, one that's more secure, what do we need to face in order to make that happen? Maybe we need to face like, okay, maybe I need to focus on feeling comfortable, feeling nourished, and that's going to fill my cup. It's also interesting, it says seek here. The thing that you seek, I feel like that's going to come into your life with ease as you balance that divine feminine energy and you start to focus on self-love, self-nourishment. It's going to come into your life quite fast afterwards. Trust your intuition. Your intuition's powerful. Okay, we also have Venus, oh my gosh, in Taurus in the 11th house. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and money. And what have we been talking about this whole video? Okay, so love, beauty, and money, divine feminine energy. We have Venus showing up for you in Taurus, which is one of the signs it rules. It's really, I feel like you're calling luxury into your life more. Perhaps a lot of you want to make more money because Venus in Taurus, there's a lot of you that want to make more money, that want to expand into more opportunity. And trust me, you will. You're right on the path to that. It's about organizing, facing the things that you need to face, such as facing your financial situation, facing the current chaos in your schedule and organizing it, making it more balanced, bringing in that nourishment into your life, bringing in self-love, self-care. Oh my gosh, yes, that's going to make you so much more abundant. And I know it seems paradoxical, but truly it does. You also have, are you projecting? Sometimes we think, oh, if I'm overly productive, I'm super productive, productivity leads to abundance, but it doesn't. That's like a projection of like something that we're taught, but does it lead to abundance? Sometimes the most productive people I know are the ones that are living in the deepest of scarcity, but then the ones that are the most relaxed have the most abundance around them. Isn't that an interesting paradox? But it's because it takes both. Okay, and then we also have never make yourself small for anyone. Never make yourself small for anyone. It is time to step into your power, into your strength. And that's going to be where you find who you really are, where you find your abundance, where you're able to spread your wings. Never make yourself small for anyone. Never try to change who you are for anyone. Be authentic to you, and that's where you're going to find your deepest, greatest, highest fulfillment. If you're afraid of being judged by other people, let that go. Don't make yourself small for anyone. This is time to step up into your authenticity, and abundance is on its way. Expansion is on its way. Love and nourishment and feeling fulfilled by life is on its way, and the fulfillment comes through that Empress energy. So that is what we have here for you for today's video. Thank you so much, my group number 3s, for joining me here. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group 4s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your message that the universe has been trying to send to you. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, my group 4s, the message that the universe has been trying to send you. Let's see what we get. I feel like these 3 cards want to come out. So let's see what these are. So we have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Wow. First off, that's a huge message to start us off with. Confidence is your key to success. This is time to step up into your confidence, because perhaps there's something that you've wanted to do. Maybe there's something that you feel called towards, or maybe you just want success in your life in general. Confidence is your key to success. Confidence in yourself, confidence in your abilities, confidence that you can learn any skill that you need to learn, do anything that you need to do in order to achieve that success. Confidence in yourself to learn and do all the things that you need to do to bring you towards that success. And the universe wants you to know right now that they've been trying to send you a message saying that confidence is literally just the key. Once you're confident in yourself, that you can do anything that you need to do to achieve that success, right? And I'm not saying act out of integrity. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying confidence in yourself to like learn any skill that you need to learn, network and find the people that you need to meet, or even just in yourself, knowing that you have all the tools and resources within yourself to make it happen. And when you're confident in yourself, your message, and knowing that you're worthy, you're so worthy of that success, the universe wants you to know that you're worthy of it. So don't doubt your worth. If you have a desire to be successful, the universe is already saying like, yes, you already are worthy of it. You already can be it. It's about your belief in yourself, your confidence in yourself. New moon in Leo, the new moons are a new beginning. The universe wants you to start a new beginning. And I'm almost hearing the universe saying to create a new identity, create a new self-concept. Because if your old self-concept said like, oh, I kind of struggle with money, or I grew up in this sort of place, so I'll never be able to achieve that because I'm just so far away from it right now. Whatever your old story was, whatever your old self-concept was, if your old self-concept was like, oh, I'm really shy, or I'm not good at public speaking, or I'm not good at art, or I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, but perhaps there's something that you desire to do that might require one of those skills, but maybe you're like, I'm not good at it though. Or I've been told I'm not good at it. Ooh, the universe has a message for you to erase that. Erase it out of your self-concept, because whatever self-story that you create ends up becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you tell yourself, oh, I suck at reading, so I can't really read books and learn new things. If that was your story, okay, if that's the story that you tell yourself, even if somebody gives you a book that could change your life, because you already have that preconceived notion that you're not good at reading and that it's just not something for you, you're never going to pick up that book that could be absolutely life-changing. You're never going to try to gain the skill of reading because you already said like, oh, that's not who I am, right? It's out of your self-concept. Therefore, you've already shut yourself off to so many opportunities, right? So the universe wants you to erase your current self-concept and to reconstruct a new one, to reconstruct a self-concept that makes you step into your power. And right now I'm being called to talk about, if any of you have seen that, it's like a meme that goes around and it's a cat that's looking into a mirror, but the reflection back is a lion. The universe wants you to change your self-concept right now, to step into your lioness or your lion energy, to step into your king or queen energy, to step into your sovereign, powerful energy, to step into the powerful version of yourself, because your self-concept is malleable. And there's a book called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. It's amazing. And he has proven that your self-concept is something that will end up ruling your life deeper than you could ever imagine, but it's also something that's malleable. It's changeable. It's not permanent. It's not fixed. And when you change your self-concept, you change your life. And that's your first message from the universe. The universe has been trying to send you a message that it's time to change your self-concept. It's time to start seeing yourself in a new light. It's time to start looking yourself in the mirror and seeing a new reflection, seeing a reflection that actually fits your divine callings, the divine desires that you have, and realizing that you're totally in alignment with them. So what's the concept that you could create in yourself to where you would be in alignment with your desires? It's time to change your story. Look at yourself in the mirror and start saying like, you know what? I'm really good at public speaking. I'm really good at art. I really have a message to share and it's important, and I'm great at reading, and I'm somebody who never gives up until I learn that skill. That's who I am. And that's why I'm going to be successful. Ooh, that new story. Ooh, that's already like, going off in a whole new direction, right? And then the next card that we have is literally hold your vision, the fixed moon. Hold your vision. Don't let your vision go. What's that vision that you have for yourself? What's that thing that you want to achieve? And oh, we have another Leo card. We have another Leo card. Look it. You know what message I have for you in these two cards right now? You're a lion that kept seeing a picture of a small kitten in the reflection in the mirror. But you're a lion that's meant to see a lion in the mirror. It's almost like the lion that's like raised by sheep, like that analogy. Then the lion thinks it's a sheep and then doesn't realize that it's actually like, a lion. It literally lives its life as a sheep because it was raised by sheep. But anyway, that's a whole other example. What I'm actually seeing here is this new moon. I see you stepping into a new identity, a new you, and then fully embodying that energy, the full moon, right? The new moon is a new phase. You're accepting, creating a new identity, and what's going to happen is you hold your vision in that new identity. The full moon is the full manifestation of it. Look at that lion. It's the full moon. It's fully embodied the new identity. It's created that new success, that new reality that reflects the new identity it created, that you created. So you're going to be a new you, then you're going to be a full you. You're going to really actually step into it as you hold that vision, you hold that new story, and that new story is going to manifest for you a brand new reality. The universe, the main message from the universe is literally just change your identity, change your life. That's your message today. Change your self-concept to match the thing that you desire, and you'll see that desire comes to you naturally. Because if you're the person that has the desire, naturally, the desire has to come to you. So, we also have the Two of Wands. It's time to say yes, to take that leap. What's that plan that maybe you've been over planning or thinking about for so long but not taking action on? The Two of Wands, it's time to take action on it. And then we also have the Ten of Swords reversed. It's time to let go of the story about why you can't. It's time to let go of the old stories about, but this failed, that failed, I wasn't good at this, I wasn't good at that. Let the old story go. Let those old pins and needles go. If you have failed at something in the past, or if you weren't good at something in the past, if you've had experiences that you're like, that was embarrassing, I never want to go there again, I never want to try that again, I never want to end up here again, that was embarrassing, that was a failure, that was bad, that hurt. What are those scenarios? It's time to let them go. The universe really wants you to shed that, to step into that lion energy, that lion power, to say yes, to go for it. And let those old wounds close and heal. Let them go. They don't have to be with you forever. And it's interesting because so many of us have wounds and things like that that we never thought that we could overcome, but then eventually we reface it. We get better at it. We conquer it. Those are always the best stories, right? We make movies about stories like that. That's the hero's journey. Every story, every movie that we watch that's actually a good, engaging movie is that story of the main character being so bad at something, being a total failure at something, and then completely changing that around, stepping into their greatness, facing that old past failure and being like, you know what, I'm going to conquer it. And then they do, and then they become the best, right? I feel like you're living the same story right now, but it's just not done. It's just not done, but you're living the same story right now. It's about stepping into that main character energy of your own story and realizing, okay, it's time to shed those old things. It's time to not let this fear, time to not let that old wound stop me from creating a life that I freaking love. Let's not let that old past wound be the dictator of my life, be the conqueror of my life. Let's not let it create so much fear, so much anxiety within me that I don't end up creating a life that I fully freaking love. We're not letting the past stop us like that. No, 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 no. We are calling our power back. That is the message from the universe. That is what the universe has been sending you lately, is the energy of the lion. The energy of the freaking lion, to step up into your power, to roar, to step up into your confidence, to be like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to conquer this. Whatever was standing in my way, whatever hurt that was, oh, I'm conquering. I'm not letting it hold me back. That is what the universe has been trying to tell you. Oh, my love. Oh, my goodness. We're on fire today. I feel the fire in this pile. In fact, all the piles so far, I've been feeling the fire. But for you, I really feel the fire. So we also have the Knight of Cups being reversed. Whatever you felt a lack of fulfillment in, you have the ability to fill your cup. You have the ability to conquer that. Let go of that old pain, that old hurt. We also have the Star being reversed and the Six of Wands upright. So the Star being reversed. Perhaps you weren't seeing your greatness, you weren't seeing your light, but it is time to step up into your light and realize that you can be the star of your life. Maybe you didn't like the attention. Maybe you didn't want to upset other people in the process. Whatever the case may be, whatever caused you to not see your light. Oh, it's time to start seeing your light. It's time to step up into the spotlight, in fact, because the fact that we have all this Leo energy, and then we have the star energy, I feel like there's something about you that's supposed to be in the spotlight a little bit, okay? But maybe we had something harsh happen to us where we didn't feel like we were worthy of the spotlight. Maybe we had pain around being in the spotlight. Maybe we've been made fun of in the spotlight before and we didn't want to go back there again, but maybe we had a calling. Somehow our success called us. Like we're somehow supposed to step up into it, but we've been denying it. No, it's time to own it. You have that calling for a reason. And just because something was hard in the past doesn't mean it's going to be hard again. And when we step up into our confidence, when we're confident in ourselves, it doesn't matter what other people think or say because we're confident. Why would it matter what anybody else thinks, right? If we're living our best life, we're creating the life of our dreams, who cares what somebody else thinks about that? They should be going on their own path. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So anyway, we also have Six of Wands, which is also about stepping up into the spotlight. And it's about success. Success is your birthright. You're meant to be successful. You're literally meant to be successful. And the universe wants you to know right now, the universe also sees your potential of success and says, why aren't you stepping up to that? It's time. It's so time. It's time to hold your vision, just like the card that we had here. Confidence is your key to success. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let pride of past situations get in your way of the success that you desire in the future. Don't let your ego stop you because it fears getting hurt again, because that's pride, right? Pride is connected to the ego. And sometimes our pride is like, I'm not putting myself out there again because I don't want to experience that hurt again. I don't want to experience that pain again. I don't want to experience that humility again. Well, if we're going to let that stop us from our greatness, then we're going to end up living exactly where we are for the rest of our lives with the pain of not fulfilling our desire. So don't let pride get in your way. It's time to fully embody your Leo energy. It's time to fully embody your confidence. And go towards the spotlight. Go towards your success. It is time to own it, my group fours. It is time to own it. Woo! Okay, let's get some more cards here. And let's see. My group fours. I feel like this one, and I feel like this one. Oh, we have artist. Perhaps some of you are an artist. Perhaps there's an art that you want to do, or there's a dream that you have, and it's time to design, craft, and create it. And to realize that any desire that you have, any dream that you have, is from the divine. You are calibrated with the divine in you. You are calibrated towards having certain desires because you're meant to fulfill them. It's part of your soul's purpose. So right now it's time to connect back to that, to stabilize your energy, to be calm in yourself, and to personify. What's personify? What's the identity that you want to personify? What's the identity you want to step into? This is time to dream, craft, and create the new you, the new identity, the one that is the holder of their desire. So who would you be? What would it feel like to already be and have everything that you desire? And who would you need to become in order to achieve that? Who's the person who already has that? Who's the version of you that has their desires? What's different about them? And then now it's time to step into that, because as you step into that, it then manifests with ease. So getting into our last few messages here for you about what the universe wants you to know. We have the South Node, which is the past, in Cancer, in the 5th house. What from the past has been holding you back? There's like some sort of apprehension because of past experiences that have been holding you back. And the spirit, the universe, is actually saying, it's time to start laughing at them. Just laugh at them. If you can find the humor, then we can let them go with ease. And we can be like, you know what? That was the old me, but I'm going to conquer that. And also, how can you view your past in a way where you can extract the wisdom and you can look at your past and say, my past is the reason why I'm going to be successful. So how can you reframe your past so that you can look at your past from the viewpoint of, my past is the reason why I'm going to be successful? Because, that reframe, wow, you've just extracted some intense wisdom from your past. And let's get any last message from Spirit for you today. So we have, I allow myself to rest and renew my vitality. And then we also have, don't let life be a collection of missed opportunities. Bingo. Don't let life be a collection of missed opportunities. So allow yourself to rest and renew your vitality, but then get right back up and don't let life be a collection of missed opportunities. Step into your confidence, and that is how you're going to reach your success. My loves, my group number 4s, that is your message from the universe today. That is what the universe has been trying to tell you. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye.